Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Borderlands 1. We're going to start off by getting the combat rifle in this area. Realistically though, I had quite a day, and that basically just sums it up of falling short. Overall, it was just a really tiring day at work. Give you a basic gist of it, a restaurant in total should have X amount of labor percentage, and I'm not going to dive into numbers with you. But realistically, there's a point to exactly what percentage you should be doing with the numbers that you were doing, and we were just severely understaffed. That is the basic gist of it. I say severely with a very loose term because it wasn't honestly that bad. It was just a lot of little things that went wrong to end with a very large thing that went wrong. And of course, I don't blame anybody. I'm the manager at the establishment, and I hold that pretty dear and close to my heart. That if someone did something wrong, then I did something wrong. I actually mean that. But realistically, none of my employees should be, treated wrong or anything like that. Especially just because they do something wrong. Everyone's human. That leads me into my next thing. Realistically, if you have something wrong, tell the manager. One, because I mean, personally, I don't know if everybody's like this, but I will fix something almost instantaneously if something's, that terrible. But also understand that if, let's just say, your hamburger was cooked incorrect, you wanted it medium, it was supposed to be well done. If you are going to a fine dining restaurant or any casual dining restaurant or anything along those natures, people are human and they make mistakes. Because, I mean, realistically, the amount of times I sat there today and just was like, oh my gosh, because people were just being absolutely ridiculous with their orders. Honestly, astonishing to me. That was one of those things I had to do today because it was like, the issues weren't that pressing. A customer today had an issue with the way that an employee was talking to them, and yes, if one of my employees are talking to you incorrectly, please let me know, because realistically I will fix that in a heartbeat. Well, the bad part was I was honestly standing right next to them when they wanted the manager to come over, and said the manager was me, and they basically cussed out my employee because there was bacon on a baked potato. Now, mind you, if you complain to us, I don't even call it a complaint if that's the case. No, if there's bacon on baked potato and you don't want bacon. I mean, I'm a big believer in, like, on my burgers, I don't like onions, So I'm a big believer on, if I don't want something or you don't want something, I'm not going to force you to eat it or anything like that. All right, we're going to do this, which is the Circle of Death, and we're going to see whether or not we can't complete it at level 17. I just forget. If there's a maximum level that it goes up to, I just don't remember what that maximum level is. We're going to continue talking about my work. So I'm a big believer in, like, if you don't want it, then that's fine. But we're not going to do anything to your food. I want to make that stigma a lie, okay? That we will not do anything to your food. Of course, that's my spot. And if you know a spot that does do something to people's food, yeah, leave that spot, because that's morally unacceptable. And now you might be like, oh, but, like, that's the thing, is no matter what, the problem is that as much as it's morally unacceptable, this is payback for them making me recook. If you have that big of a problem, don't work in that industry. Don't work in the food industry. It's not that hard. No one should ever have a feeling of, I'm not gonna say anything because because they're gonna do something to my food. No one should ever have to feel like that. Must be my lucky day with all these headshots. Now, another story that I have is, this lady had a problem with her pina colada. Now, again, I'm a big believer. If you don't feel like it's made correctly, then let me know, so that way I can fix your issue. Not just sit there and say, oh, I don't want anything because, someone's gonna do something to my food, or sit there and say, oh, I'm just, I'm just letting you know. You just letting me know is the biggest piece of BS ever, because obviously you're letting me know for a reason, and that reason is going to be because you either want something for free or you feel like something is not done correctly to the point that, you know, that we need to talk about it. Yeah, if I haven't talked to you, I'd be more than happy to talk to you, but I'm also not going to sit there and, whether you want to sit there and, I'm not even going to say badmouth my establishment. If you want badmouth my establishment, that's fine. You can do that at your free will. But the hypotheticals that people set on the food industry is ridiculous. And yes, I am ranting about something like this, but, and I know it's not, you know, half my audience is, you know, young adults. That's half my audience is young adults, and that's who I'm catering this towards. That right now you can go out to your local casual dining and you can 100%, you know, get X, Y, and Z, and you can I have full belief that they will, one, not only take care of you if you are nice. Yeah, that's a big one. If you are nice. Because if you're not nice, then you kind of deserve to get yelled at. But we're also in, you know, day and age that people are not gonna, you know, lie down and take yelling anymore, which is fine. I don't know how many times a day I have to go talk to somebody because they're like, this is wrong. Okay, I'm so sorry that this is wrong. Well, what are you gonna do about it? Okay, well, what am I gonna do about it right now is fix your attitude. Because right now, your attitude is to say that's wrong. Because guess what? Everybody's human. People... and then the people that are like, oh, waitering is such a hard job. Okay, you try remembering X amount of people's orders for X amount of times. And, oh, you came out of nowhere. But yeah, you try to sit there and do, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 tables orders. Half of them 6 people parties, half of them, you know, X amount of people parties. I'm not saying it's the hardest job in the world. Please, for love, I'm not saying that. There are plenty of harder jobs that I completely agree with that are harder than the service industry. But we're also talking about people that have accounting jobs that they're stuck in a cubicle that are like, oh, woe was me because I'm stuck in this, you know, 2x2 cubicle, so on and so forth. And yes, there's a lot of freedoms within the food industry, but holy hell, is it not that big of a deal? Like, the mental toll it breaks down because people want to be jackasses in comparison to people sitting there and just punching in numbers. Oh, get out of here. Also, anybody in service industry can back this up. Allow us to have mental health days. You allow me to have a mental health day? Oh, I'm taking one a month. One a month maximum. But I need a mental health day. Having 3 days off in a week is absolutely, like, I love it. Not saying I need it, but it is very nice to have. Did I do all of them in this area? Oh no, I need to find Bruce. Alright, Bruce, where you at? I haven't talked about the gameplay. I finished the arena in this area. I got the combat assault rifle. What else do I need to do in this area, really? I wanna, hey Tom. I wanna say after this I should be good to just do the side missions in the sledge area, and then I think that's really it. Oh, this guy's underground. I forget. Oh, there it is. I forget how to get down here. Yeah, well, let's go. What the hell? Yeah, find Bruce and then say his sparks and cigars. Yeah. Smasher? No. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, by the way. Because honestly, yeah, that's honestly what was on my mind this whole time. All day today. All day today. I was at work from 1 p.m. and it is currently 1 a.m. Don't get me wrong, managing hours are long hours, but on top of everything, it's especially on management is not like I think the hardest job within a casual dining. So casual dining is you have hosts and bussers. You have people that run your food. You have like a to-go system-esque. You have a bartender, you have a server. Casual dining should have all those things, plus probably an extra sum of X, Y, and Z. The hardest job out of all those, though, I would have to say either server or bartender. I would say server because bartenders, unless you have to run your own food and like go in the back and go up front, you really only are standing in one spot. I think bartending takes more of a mental toll unless like you're a certified yapper. If you're a certified yapper, then it's like whatever. Also, another side tyrant. Tangent. What's the word I'm looking for? Another side rant. If you are applying somewhere, apply for whatever you think is correct. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things I think I have the skills for, but I don't have any experience. And yes, that goes back into the whole thing of nowadays that it's, hey, I don't have any experience. Can you give me the experience? No, you need the experience. Okay, well, how do I start? Don't get me wrong. I completely understand that. If you want to be a bartender, what you really should be doing is going to a bar and becoming a bar back and then working your way up from there. Why I'm saying this, the amount of people that sit there and say, oh yeah, I want to be a bartender, booyah. And then, oh yeah, rapid fire sniper, that's what we needed. Sorry. Side thing. But then they said, oh yeah, don't worry, I can be a bartender, don't worry. Be a bar back first, and then be a bartender, and then do that. The only reason why I became a bartender was because I was within my industry since like the beginning, since I was a host, right? And the place I work at, it does like everything. It does all those things that I mentioned previously. The only reason why I had a chance at being a bartender was strictly because, and I mean strictly because, they had, what was it? They had made me a manager. If they didn't make me manager, I would have never bartended. Now, also, what is the best job ever when you're in the mood to talk? Bartending. You basically are sitting there making your own concoctions while freely just openly talking to people and being like, yeah, no, you know, what do we have today, Mike? And they're like, oh, another day in paradise, what's going on with you? I'm like, oh, nothing much, Tito's and Coke. And it's like, you know, hopefully no one's ordering Tito's and Coke, but Tito's and Coke. And then they're like, yeah, please, I love me a good Tito's and Coke. I'm like, perfect, here you go. And then just and then boom. Yes, people take it, you know, people go to bartending school and everything. I can make certain drinks very well. I can make certain drinks not very well. Don't get me wrong. Everyone has again, people are human. But as much as people are human, people still think that we are all robots. Now, mind you, that's more directed at the older generation. Don't get me wrong. How did I miss those? What's happening right now? Boom. Down. Nevertheless, we are all human, and we all make mistakes. But the thing that I'm trying to get at through all this message is if you go somewhere to eat, be polite and be respectful. I'm not gonna lie, I'm this close away from crashing out on someone at my work, and then you guys are actually stuck with me full time. Give me another masher. I would love that. No one wants to give me a masher? Okay. I actually got that headshot off. That's crazy. My professional opinion. Again, my professional opinion. That's what all that was my professional opinion, and everyone take it with a grain of salt. I had a very bad day at work. Should I be recording right now? Probably not, especially since it's 1 o'clock at night. But we listen, and we don't judge. Okay, I'm glad I was able to get all that off my chest, and hopefully that all made sense. And tell me your opinion in the comments, because realistically, if you have any other opinion than that, I would love to hear what you have to say. That was a big explosion. All right, let's see. This was like the boss chest that we had. Ooh, sniper. No. So we pretty much got all the side quests done, which in the first area, and I think this was the only side quest really in this area because it's a decently small area. We then just have to go and get the what am I thinking of? Like we just have to go and continue on with the main missions now. And I don't think we'll get long after my tirade. I don't think I'm gonna be getting long into my missions, but we will see. We shall see. I remember when I started playing Borderlands 1. I mean, this game was like, that meme thing. It's like, and of course, I found Jolt's dude not long ago. So I'm kind of just watching through all of his playthroughs that he does. He does a lot of like skips and stuff I don't know about, so don't ask. But I know a decent amount about this game, and who's good, who's bad. I did choose Mordecai. Mordecai? Yeah, this guy's named Mordecai. I know a lot about the game. What's this guy's name? The concept I'm getting at though is that this game is like a childhood thing of mine. I'm glad that they came out with the Game of the Year edition, enhanced, so on and so forth. I'm glad that we're able to play it from the first one all the way to the third one with the pre-sequel going directly after this. Everybody hates the pre-sequel. Okay, perfect. We did complete all missions in the Arid Badlands. I'm glad we were able to get achievements for that. Now, everyone hates the third, or the pre-sequel, and I don't know why. Now, hear me out. Story wasn't that great. Completely understand. I have a hot take. I think Tiny Tina's, not Assault on Dragon Keep, but Wonderlands, had a worse story than the pre-sequel. And everyone can argue in the comments. That's fine. Prefer that, so that way I can give my 2 cents. Okay, I actually need to do something with you guys. So basically, there are fast travel points that you can do, and I'll use this pop chat. Standing by. And realistically, I should have done this previously to all this stuff. I'm just trying to figure out where the next fast travel point is. I think it's right here, right? Yeah. Okay, so you go down there. While we're actually up here real fast, we are gonna do Skagzilla, because I love doing Skagzilla. Now this episode pretty much filled with all side quests, which I think is more than fine. But yeah, this is this is safety first, baby. Skagzilla. Let's see, because realistically, I think Skagzilla is on level for us, right? 20. Yeah, we're 19. We should be able to defeat this guy, especially with our masher. Skagzilla really is a Skagzilla. You'll see here shortly. Yes, sir. As always, they open their mouth, and that is their critical point. We're halfway done with them. He's gonna do this move. He's still shooting inside of him, and he's pretty much dead. Oh. Level up, baby! And getting some corrosive weapons actually helps a lot with us going to New Haven, because, oh my god, we're gonna need some corrosive weapons. I also think, and yes, this is a conversation that I will actually start right now, even though it's towards the end of the episode, is that I think that anything except for, was it California, New York, and Hawaii, like, pays not minimum wage, because people often, basically, you know, entrusting that people are going to get tipped out. Like, no thank you. I also truly believe that unless you live in, you know, California, New York, or Hawaii, and you, like, start by, you know, in quotes, living there first, I truly believe that you cannot move and then start making a living. And if you do, it's extremely hard, and I applaud anybody that has or will be doing that. Don't get me wrong, living in California, it's very nice, but, you know, there's a lot of downfalls. Also, I hate this elephant gun, but everyone loves it. I'm going to sell it. Now we're going to do this, last but not least, is Rescue Lucky, because I need this new use station, and it's actually inside of this. So let's get some of these bandits destroyed. I don't know why I couldn't talk to that for a second. Been yapping this whole time. And like I said, you know, as a bartender, you should be a certified yapper, and that's one thing I'm really good at, is being a certified yapper. I didn't mean press T. I didn't mean press T. Okay, like, there you go. Enough of that, Lucky. I think it's over here, right? Nope. Oh, yep. There he is. I love mashers because this is just a cheat code to this game. Oh, man. Mashers are just so nice. And yes, I'll actually get that. Oh, there's another masher, but I think this is worse than what I have. Ooh, pistol fire rate? I think this is actually good because I get pistol fire rate plus loaded and relentless, which relentless is fire rate plus kill shot damage, and loaded is magazine size. So, yeah, this is actually gonna be really good. And holy heck, man, that fires so much faster now. All right, Lucky, got you out of this mess. Now we need to actually get the fast travel network done. Now, this is the last thing I'm going to show you, folks. Basically, you can go to a new use station and fast travel. Now, you can fast travel anywhere, but we want to fast travel to the T-Bone Junction. The reason being is that this is the start to the very last DLC within this game. I think, yep.
Pandora, a planet that once knew only peace and prosperity under the fair and noble direction of the Atlas Corporation. But there were those that sought to disrupt our perfect existence. Thieves and murderers, perverts and scoundrels. The lawless garbage unleashed an unspeakable evil upon Pandora, not known since the age of the gods. But together we shall not despair. Atlas has not forgotten you. We are returning and will restore order and security to your planet. When we arrive...
Bullshit. I have choked on the disingenuous lies forged by their corporate greed my entire life, and it is a meal I will no longer stomach. Atlas is here for two things, power and revenge, and the order they do it in is irrelevant. We share a common enemy, you and I. The reward for your death is second only to mine. That alone should be reason for you to join my cause. But if it is not, and your greed precedes you, then you will gain access to all of their weapons. Their invasion stockpile will be yours. Athena out.
Right then and there was your introduction to
late.
Athena.
We must be.
As you can see, level 35, and it's impossible. Athena is going to be the girl that we are playing as in the pre-sequel. Now, yes, everything in this is level 31, but the major thing that you want is these the SDUs, and they increase your stuff by, they increase your ammo capacity by X amount. Now, the cool thing about this is, if you come out here, you don't have to go straight to Scooter. There is going to be a chest that you can get to if you just follow up here. I believe you can come up here, over here, jump, jump, jump. It's gonna be over here. Nope. Where's this chest at? Over here? Yeah, over here. Now this chest, obviously we're gonna have some money here, which gave us $1,000. But these weapons are worth 9, 7, 5, 16 grand. And this is a revolver, a corroded revolver that we can technically keep if we really want to. And then all we have to do then is exit, load back in, reset the loot, and then now all we have to do is run back to this machine and sell everything that we just got for a nice little profit. And all we then have to do is come down here and buy whatever module we want once we have enough money. I'm not gonna bore you with that though. That's just a nice way to get money early game, and you don't really have to, because we can go back to Firestone and then we can go back to the new doll station. That's exactly what we'll do, because we're not going to really have to, I'm not really running out of ammo right now, kind of thing. So I'm not really worried about it. The next episode, I think we're not going to have to really worry about me yapping too much. All we kind of have to do is continue with a main story. And when we continue with main story, we will have to get that going. But hopefully we can make it to New Haven and complete kind of what New Haven has to offer by next episode. And yeah. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me why I could have done better. Tell me why I could have done worse. And don't forget to tell me how you feel about the food industry service as a customer or person standpoint. I appreciate all y'all stopping by. I love you. And as always, bye-bye.